So once the Gaza war broke out in 2023, it led to severe dramatic clashes once again between Israel and Hezbollah, like you mentioned. So how did this whole confrontation start in the first place, and how close did it get to a wider regional war?
So Hezbollah came under a lot of pressure after October 7.
Yeah,
Because after October 7, Israel immediately started the war on Gaza.
right.
So October 7 is the Hamas massacre
Yes.
inside Israel, in which 1,200 people were killed.
Yes.
So Israel immediately started the war. And the Israelis had also issued genocidal threats, right? They wanted to wipe out Gaza.
Yes.
They said that, even Israel's president said that the entire people in Gaza were responsible for what happened.
Yeah.
And many Israeli ministers called them animals. One Israeli minister even threatened to nuke Gaza. So all kind of genocidal threats were there.
Yes.
And they started carrying out devastating attack. You know, the Israelis basically do not differentiate between the civilian and militant targets. They just carry out carpet bombing.
Yeah.
We know what happened to Gaza.
Yes.
So Hezbollah's whole narrative is that they are a resistance force. Hamas is also a resistance force.
Yeah.
So when the Israelis started this war on Gaza, Hezbollah came under a lot of pressure.
Right.
So what they did, they started firing some rockets into Sheba farms.
Right.
So Sheba farms, Hezbollah's narrative, Hezbollah says that this is in Lebanese territory. So in solidarity with the Palestinian, that's what Nasrallah said at that time. But instead, the Israelis started bombing Hezbollah positions.
Right.
So Israeli bombing, if you look at, were focused on 3 territories. So one is Bekaa Valley, southern Lebanon, and then southern Beirut.
Right.
All 3 are Shia neighborhoods. So Israel started carrying out attacks, and then Hezbollah started firing rockets into northern Israel.
Right.
So on both sides, thousands or tens of thousands of people were displaced. I visited northern Israel during the war.
Right.
So this was 2024.
Right.
So then some 60 to 70,000 Israelis were pushed out of their homes because of Hezbollah rockets.
Okay.
And on the other side, many more people on the Lebanese side were also displaced because of Israel's bombing. So this was going on, right? And then this escalated into a full-fledged war after the killing of Hassan Nasrallah.
Right.
So what the Israelis thought was that because of the pager explosions and the killing of the top leadership of Hezbollah, Israelis thought that they could, Netanyahu had said that he wanted to destroy the Hezbollah threat.
Yes. Yes.
So they thought they would be able to destroy Hezbollah militarily. But the problem here is that Hezbollah or even Hamas, Netanyahu said that he wouldn't stop the war unless and until he destroys Hamas.
Yes.
Hamas is not destroyed, Hamas is still there.
Yeah.
So the problem with this assessment is that whether it is Hezbollah or Hamas, you might agree or disagree with them. You might definitely disagree with their violence, but it's a homegrown movement, right? They have a political base.
Yeah.
So when you say you will destroy them, how are you going to destroy them?
Yes.
It's impossible.
Yes.
So Hezbollah would survive in one way or the other. And Hezbollah is also, unlike Hamas, is a battle-hardened team.
Right.
The Israelis themselves would tell you talk to Israeli generals or brigadiers, and they would say that they respect Hezbollah as a fighting force,
Right.
as an enemy.
Right.
So compared to that, Hamas is not a very well-equipped fighting force. They are a guerrilla movement,
Yeah.
Hamas.
Yeah.
But Hezbollah is not like that. Hezbollah is a semi-conventional fighting force, military. And the Israelis would agree that. You look at how the war has panned out, right? Even now, the Hezbollah is still fighting back.
Yes.
The Israeli plan was that, they did not want to fight their war only in Gaza,
Right.
only against Hamas. They saw the war as an opportunity to expand it against all the Iranian allies, all their enemies. That's why they took the war to Syria. They took the war to Iran. They were fighting in Gaza.
Right.
And they took the war to Hezbollah.
Yeah.
So they were fighting on different fronts because Israel thought was that they wanted to at least weaken or destroy these groups so that they can reshape the region. But they are not able to do that.
Yeah.
That's what the past couple of years tell us.
Yeah.
But Lebanon, who bears the brunt in Lebanon? Definitely the people of Lebanon, right? Lebanon's economy is in shambles.
Yes.
It's on a life support.
Yes.
The country is divided. It has a president, I don't know, his powers are very well limited.
Yeah.
It has an army which is good for nothing. And the political class is eternally divided. There was a massive fire at the port recently, right?
Yes, Beirut.
The Beirut fire, which
Yeah.
set back the economy by years, if
Yes.
not decades.
Yes.
You look at any economic metrics in Lebanon, a country which used to be Beirut, which used to be hailed as the Paris of the East at
Yeah.
one point of time,
Yeah.
is struggling to stand on its feet today.
Yes. Yes.
So, on the top of everything, now you have this war is also going on, which
Yes.
started in 2024.
Right. And like you mentioned, in all the conflicts between Israel and Hezbollah, including the recent attack that has been going on the past few months, Israel has always claimed that it wants to push Hezbollah further away from the border to create a buffer zone.
Correct, yeah.
What is the reality of their strategic objectives in this recent war, and is it any different from their previous invasions, like you mentioned in 1978 and 82? And
I think the strategic objective is to get more land, to
right,
put it simple.
right,
They have taken half of Gaza.
yeah,
The whole of West Bank is under Israeli control.
yeah,
Golan Heights from 1967.
yes,
Golan Heights are with Israel. And the first thing the Israelis did after Bashar al-Assad fell was to grab more territory, more land in Syria.
yeah,
And they tried to take southern Lebanon. They tried to do it in 1978. They failed. In 1982, they tried to take southern Lebanon again. And they tried to stick to it
right,
for 18 years, but they couldn't because
right,
of Hezbollah's resistance.
yeah,
And their troops came under repeated guerrilla attacks from Hezbollah, and they had to eventually withdraw.
mm-hmm.
They tried to do it again in 2006. They failed. So now they are trying to do the same thing again.
Right,
So buffer zone is sweet talking.
yeah,
Basically it's they are taking the Lebanese territory.
right,
I mean, someone had pointed out the New York Times headline when Israel launched the invasion of Lebanon.
mm-hmm.
Israeli troops crosses into Lebanon.
right,
I mean, it's not a picnic.
yeah,
Hello, it's an invasion. And they have, that's what they call buffer zone, etc. But it's Lebanese
mm-hmm.
territory. It's occupation.
Yeah,
So that's what they want to do. They want to
right,
take more territory. They call it security zone, buffer zone, whatever.
mm-hmm.
They used to call in 1982 the stretch of land they were controlling in southern Lebanon. They used to call it security zone, which
right,
turned out to be the insecurity zone
yeah,
for 18 years. Now they call it the buffer zone.
yeah,
That's what Netanyahu says.
yes,
Whether they would succeed or not, we don't know. But if you look at the way Israelis are operating, the Israelis also learn from their mistakes.
mm-hmm.
So in the past, they tried to control territory in the south, but they faced a hostile population,
Mm-hmm.
and Hezbollah emerged from them and then attacked them and retreated into them.
Right,
So Hezbollah, like the fish in the water,
yeah,
right? I mean, among the people, they basically, they would come up and then attack them and then go back. It was
mm-hmm.
like that. But this time, what the Israelis are doing, they are destroying the neighborhoods.
Yeah,
Because they knew that if the local people are allowed to stay there,
yeah,
they would face resistance.
right,
So they want the land, but they don't want the people.
right,
So that's what I was talking to Joshua Landis of Oklahoma University.
mm-hmm.
We interviewed him here. He follows Syria and Lebanon very closely.
Right,
So he was also telling us the difference between Israel's approach in 1982 and now. In
mm-hmm.
1982, Israel captured the territory and stayed there. But this time, Israel captured the territory and is destroying villages and neighborhoods in the southern Lebanon.
Right,
They are demolishing homes.
mm-hmm.
They are pushing the people. More than 1 million people were displaced.
Yeah,
They are
yeah,
pushing all of them towards the north of the Litani River.
yeah,
And then they are bombing the bridges across the Litani River.
yeah,
Because they don't want any of these people to come back to the south.
Right,
So they want the land. They call it security zone, they call it buffer zone, but effectively the Israelis want southern Lebanon free of the Lebanese people. So if southern Lebanon is free of the Lebanese people, they think it will be free of Hezbollah.
right,
This is the plan Israel is trying to execute now.
right,
And this is the plan the Iranians are opposing.
mm-hmm.
See, even if you look at the latest proposal from Iran, they say that there has to be a complete ceasefire
Yes,
in Lebanon.
yes,
And Hezbollah says you will get a complete ceasefire in Lebanon only if the Israelis withdraw from southern Lebanon.
yeah,
So unless and until Israel withdraws from southern Lebanon, you are not going to have a ceasefire,
mm-hmm.
says Hezbollah.
yeah,
But Israel wants to keep southern Lebanon under its control.
Yeah.
Israel is not ready to do that. So which means the crisis in Lebanon is here to stay.